So get this. The governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie, shut down the state's beaches over the July 4th weekend in response to his inability to pass a budget at the state level, to punish the state's residents for giving him the lowest approval of any politician in the country at 14%. And as if it's not bad enough to ruin everybody's holiday weekend plans and screw the population of your state you're supposed to represent by denying them access to their own public beaches, this motherfucker right here went out to one of those public beaches that he shut down and spent the day enjoying fun in the sun with his family at the beach that he denied access to every other citizen of New Jersey. Now, why did he think this was a good idea? Because he thought he could get away with it. But unfortunately, some inspired news photographer got up in a plane and shot pictures of New Jersey's camel toe king strutting his stuff on the dead empty beach. Check it out. Here he is with the First Lady, who was with this guy probably because she thought it would be a cheap ticket to the White House at some point. As Trump would say, wrong. And here's this fat bastard staring up at the plane, circling the empty beach and taking pictures of him like, yeah, I know I screwed over an entire state's worth of people for being able to enjoy the beach over holiday weekend because f*** you, that's why. And here's probably my favorite photo of the bunch, where it shows the entire empty beach that would normally be teeming with people enjoying some summer fun in the sun, but no, Governor Jabba the Hutt has to have the beach all to himself. But wait, it gets worse. So Christie takes a break from sunbathing to go do his job back at the state capitol, using a taxpayer-funded helicopter, mind you. And when asked what he's been up to over the weekend, he says this, quote, "I didn't get any sun today." Followed up by the governor's spokesperson clarifying with this gem of some spin, yes, the governor was on the beach briefly today talking to his wife and family before heading into the office. He did not get any sun. He had a baseball hat on. It's like they're not even trying to lie convincingly anymore. He didn't get any sun because he had on a hat on? F*** you, buddy. You bunch of corrupt, lying assholes. The deception's like so obvious, it's almost more like a test to see if you'll just take their shit and spit it back out of your mouth, no matter how outrageously ridiculous it sounds. Even the lieutenant governor, who's also a Republican, by the way, took to Twitter to denounce the sitting governor of New Jersey, saying this, quote, "It's beyond words. If I were Gov, sure wouldn't be sitting on a beach if taxpayers didn't have access to state beaches." Yeah. If I were you, I'd be putting a Grand Canyon of distance between me and Governor 14% approval rating, so good luck with that. And maybe more people would like you, Governor Christie, if you didn't steal residents' access to their public spaces and you didn't yell at constituents at town halls like some tyrant and praise Trump every chance you get like he's the best thing since pepperoncini, which is gross, by the way. So look, word to the wise for all these politicians who are acting like a landed aristocracy and treating Americans like we're the peasant class who you can invite onto your land if we're good enough. That ain't how it works here in this country. You're not daddy. We're not your children. You don't get to punish us for being naughty by closing down access to public spaces. They're our public spaces. They're our beaches. They're our natural parks. They are not a plaything for politicians to try and exact compliance from the population or force other populations to do their bidding on the budget while holding the state's voters hostage. This is our country. It doesn't belong to the political class. So everybody on the East Coast, we need you to make this point for him since he doesn't get it. So just head on down to the Jersey Shore in an act of civil disobedience, even if Governor Face is still holding these public beaches hostage. Take your families, take your kids with you, and dare the cops to arrest children for building sandcastles and exercising their right to play on public beaches. Because if tens of thousands of people showed up to the public beaches and spontaneously started swimming together, they wouldn't arrest anyone because they can't arrest us all. And after all, a resistance without sunbathing is not a resistance worth having. I'm Ryan Clayton. This is Content News. Come back daily for the news where we're free to share the truth.